Hello everyone, this is Rakesh Pradhan and I have given you DPP number one yesterday and I hope that you all of you have solved it, tried it at least before looking at the solution. And I request you to, I actually expect you to solve, means try all the problems before proceeding with the solutions, okay? So because it is very important for you to try all these problems to enhance your skills. So first problem here we have which is related to logical reasoning, and this is a sitting problem, okay? Sitting type problem. So P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W are sitting around a circular table facing the center. R is third to the left of, so first of all we are going to draw a circle over here, okay? So let's draw a circle here. So there are 8 persons, so I'm going to draw 8 points in a circle, all are facing towards the center, okay? So the first information says that R is third to the left of you. R, let's say that R is sitting here, which is which is third to the left of you. It means that you should be right to the R, which means you must be sitting here, okay? Who is immediate right of Q? Who means U is immediate right of Q. It means that Q should be sitting here, okay? S is third to the left of V, but is not a neighbor of R or U. Means S is not a neighbor of R and U, which means that S has the possibility of sitting only here or here. Okay, so we have to decide where he should sit. So S is third to the left of V, which means that if I'm taking V here, so S should be present over here, and this will make him the neighbor of U, which is not possible, which means that the location of V should be this position. Okay, I'm going to erase rest of the positions. So V must be present between R and Q. We cannot sit at this position because if we will sit at this position, then S will have to sit beside U, which is not possible. Okay, so this is the location of V, and I will also have to erase the location of S from here. S cannot be there, right? So this is the situation. Next information says that P is second right of W, which means that P is second right of W. Second right of W, so P should be present here and W can be here. There is no other possibility. Okay, which means that T should be present here. So this is the actual circle, their sitting arrangement. So who is the second left of V? Second left of V. So second left of V is P. So P is your correct answer. I hope that solution is clear to all of you. You just have to follow the all the information by sequence, right? And you will get the sitting arrangement. Next problem, find the largest possible number that will divide 396, 434, 540, leaving the remainder 5, 9 and 13. Okay, so it means that if we are going to subtract 5 from 396, the number should be perfectly divisible by the number which we have to find, right? So 391 and 434 minus 9, and it will become how much? 425, and the next number will be 540 minus 13. 540 minus 13, which will give us 527. So basically the problem says that we have to find the largest positive number that will divide these three numbers exactly. Means these three numbers are divisible by which number, that is what we have to find out. So we are going to factorize all these numbers. The factorization of 391 will give us 1, 17, 31, no, 117 and 23, sorry, 23 and 391, right? 425, the factors of 425 are 1, and it is also divisible by 5, and it is also divisible by 17, and 25 and 85 and 425, 425. Okay, now coming to the next number, 527. The factors of this number are 1, 17, 31 and 527. Now you can see that there is only one number which is common among all these, and that is 17, which means that these are all the three numbers are divisible by 17, so our answer should be 17. Okay, now coming to the next problem, two soldiers start running around a circular path. Okay, we are having another circular path over here, and first soldier takes 24 minutes. First soldier takes 24 minutes and the second soldier takes 18 minutes. Okay, to complete one round of the path. Okay, if both of them start at the same point, let's say this point, and then find how many minutes they will meet again at the same starting point. Okay, so we have to means find out how many revolutions or how many after how many times they are reaching at the same point, right? So I'm going to consider this at time for loop 1, first loop, and then second loop, and then third loop, and then fourth loop, and so on. Okay, so for completing first loop, the first athlete takes 24 minutes, second will take 18 minutes. To completing the second loop, the first athlete will take 48 minutes, and this one will take 36 minutes, right? To complete the third loop, the first will take how many minutes? 24 and 72 minutes. Okay, and to complete third loop, the second athlete will take 54 minutes. Okay, and to complete the next loop, the first athlete will take 96 minutes, right? And to complete fourth loop, the second athlete will take 72 minutes. See, at this end of 72 minutes, we can see here that second athlete will have completed its fourth loop, and first athlete will have completed its third loop, which means they will be at the same position at the end of 72 minutes. So our answer is 72 minutes. We just had to find actually we had to find the LCM, right, of these two numbers, 18 and 24. So 72 is our correct answer. Now moving to the next problem, which is related to physics. An air conditioner is rated 260 volt 2 kilowatt. The air conditioner is switched on for 10 hours each day. Okay, what is the electrical energy consumed in 30 days? So we just have to calculate the amount of energy which is equal to power into time. Now power here is given as 2 kilowatt, and time is given as 10 hours, but 10 hours is one for one day. We have to calculate energy consumed for 30 days, so we have to multiply it by 30 days. Now the answer will become 3 into 2, 600 kilowatt hour. So this is your answer, 600 kilowatt hours. All right, next, which of the following is true about the reaction taking place in photosynthesis process? So photosynthesis, what are the main requirements of photosynthesis? You need sunlight, you need chlorophyll, and you need CO2, right? So with all these three ingredients, you can say the photosynthesis process occurs, right? So sunlight is the main provider of heat energy, which means that the process is an endothermic reaction because it involves heat, right? So these are all the solutions of these problems. I'm also going to attach the next DPP in the description below the video, and you can download it from there and start solving all those problems. The correct solution of these problems were given to me by Keshav from class 10th, as well as Nutan from class 10th. So I hope that all of you must be practicing or at least trying all these problems, because see, if you want to prepare for NTSE or any competitive examination in the future also, right? Suppose whenever you are looking for a job, these all concept will become very handy for you all. So I expect you to keep practicing. Thank you so much, and goodbye.